Ravi was a quiet man in his late 30s. He worked as a librarian in a small town surrounded by hills and slow-moving days. Every morning, he walked through narrow roads, past the old tea shop and the sleepy school, to reach the library. He spent his days among books, speaking little and observing much. In the evening, he returned to a small, silent house on the edge of town. His life seemed simple, peaceful even, but inside, Ravi carried a pain he could never forget. Years ago, Ravi had been a different man. He was full of dreams, energy, and hope. In college, he was known for his music. He played guitar with passion and wrote songs that touched people's hearts. He had fans, friends, and a bright future. But more than anything, he had Meera. Meera was his best friend and his greatest support. She loved his music, encouraged his dreams, and often sat beside him while he played under the stars. They would talk for hours about their plans, moving to a big city, recording albums, performing on stage, building a life together. They weren't just in love, they were partners in every dream. But life has its own plans. Just before graduation, Ravi's father suffered a heart attack. Though he survived, he became very weak. His mother struggled to take care of everything at home. As the only child, Ravi had no choice. He packed up his dreams and returned to his village, telling Meera, "It's just for a few months. I'll be back. Wait for me." At first, he stayed in touch. He wrote long letters, filled with emotions, updates, love, and promises. Meera replied, but over time, her letters became shorter, more distant. Then, one day, they stopped coming. Ravi waited. He wrote again and again, thinking something had gone wrong. But there was no reply. He tried to stay strong, telling himself she must be busy or her family might have moved. But deep inside, something broke. He felt abandoned, lost, like someone had taken away a part of his soul. At home, things were not easy. His father's health declined further and medicines were expensive. His mother aged quickly under the pressure. Ravi took a job as a librarian, a quiet job that paid little but helped them survive. His guitar gathered dust. The music stopped. The songs died. He became a man of silence. Even after his father passed away, Ravi didn't return to his old life. His mother often encouraged him, "Go back. Try again. You are still young." But Ravi would shake his head. "What if I lose again? I lost everything once. I can't bear to lose more." Years passed. People in town respected him. They said he was kind, helpful, and good with children. But no one really knew him. No one saw the pain in his eyes. Ravi lived in the shadow of what could have been. Then one rainy afternoon, something changed. A young boy, soaked and shivering, ran into the library. He was about 10 years old, thin and bright-eyed. He looked around and spotted Ravi behind the counter. "Sir," the boy said, "do you have a book about guitars?" Ravi looked up, surprised. "Why do you want a book on guitars?" "There's a music contest in school next month," the boy said. "I don't know how to play, but I want to learn." "You play guitar?" "No," the boy laughed, "but I really want to." "Can you help me?" That question hit Ravi like a wave. He saw flashes of his past, dusty college corridors, nights filled with music, Meera's laughter, her voice singing with his. He hesitated, heart pounding. He hadn't touched a guitar in over 10 years. But something inside him whispered, "Say yes. Come tomorrow," Ravi said softly. "Bring your guitar." The next day, the boy returned, no guitar yet, just excitement. "I'll borrow one from school soon," he promised. "But can you at least show me how to hold it?" And so, a new chapter began. Every evening, after the library closed, Ravi sat with the boy in a small back room. He started slow, teaching basic chords, how to strum, how to feel the rhythm. At first, his fingers were stiff, rusty. But slowly, the music returned. And with it, so did the memories. He remembered Meera's favorite song. He remembered how she used to close her eyes and hum along. He remembered their last conversation, her words of hope and his own promises. Some nights, after teaching, Ravi would sit alone with the guitar. He'd play soft melodies, unfinished tunes from the past. He cried sometimes. Quiet tears. Long-held pain. His mother noticed the change. One evening, she sat beside him and gently said, "You've suffered too long, my son. The past hurt you, yes. But it also shaped you. Don't let it destroy what's still left inside." Her words touched something deep in him. A few weeks later, a local teacher visited the library. She had heard about Ravi teaching the boy. "We're organizing a music night at the school," she said. "It would mean a lot if you could play something. Just one song." Ravi shook his head. "No, I don't perform anymore. That part of me is gone." "You're wrong," the teacher said. "You still have the music. Maybe even more than before. You've lived through love, loss, sacrifice. That is real music." The night of the event arrived. The little boy went on stage first. He played a simple tune, not perfect, but heartfelt. The audience clapped loudly. His eyes searched for Ravi in the crowd, and when he saw him, he smiled wide. Then the host announced, "And now, we have someone special, a man who once made music his life. Please welcome Mr. Ravi." The hall fell silent as Ravi walked to the stage, holding a guitar. He sat down, took a deep breath, and closed his eyes. He began to play. It was a melody he had started long ago for Meera, a song that was never finished until now. The notes were slow, emotional, rising and falling like waves of memory. The room was still. Some cried, some smiled, everyone listened. As the last note faded into the air, Ravi looked up and saw her, Meera. She stood at the back of the hall, tears in her eyes, hand over her mouth. Time stood still. After the event, she came to him, slowly, carefully, like walking toward a memory. "I never stopped loving you," she whispered. "When your letters stopped, I thought you had forgotten me." "I never stopped," Ravi said, voice breaking. "I thought you did." Meera explained that her family had moved far away suddenly. She lost contact, tried to write, but everything returned. Her parents were strict, and for a while, she had no way to reach him. She thought he had moved on. "I waited," she said. "I cried. I prayed. I never forgot you." They stood together in silence, two hearts finally reconnecting after years of pain. "I'm sorry," Ravi said. "I gave up on everything. On you. On my music." Meera shook her head. "You didn't give up. You survived. That takes more strength than chasing dreams." That night, they sat on a bench outside the school, talking like old times. They laughed a little, cried a little more. There was still pain, years lost, dreams broken. But there was also healing, forgiveness, hope. Ravi still worked at the library. He still walked the same road each morning. But now, each evening, he played the guitar again. He taught more children. He smiled more. And Meera, she stayed. The past didn't vanish. The pain didn't fully leave. But it no longer controlled him. It became a part of his story, not the end of it. Moral of the story: you may never forget your past. But with courage and honesty, you can face it, heal from it, and let it shape a stronger future. Sometimes, the greatest strength is not in holding on, but in letting go, forgiving, and beginning again.